Hello everyone, and welcome to another meditation with SageMeditationsChannel on YouTube. Thank you so much to everyone for all of your kindness and support and for tuning in. I have been away for a couple of weeks, actually could be months now. I tend to go inward when I'm going through my own personal life journey situations and being away, being unwell, and I think just purging what needs to be purged to renew myself, and I tend to withdraw when I do those things. So my apologies that I haven't done a meditation for a little while, but I am going to do my very best to at least bring it out more frequently, ideally once a week, but with having young children and finding the time when the house can be quiet enough to actually do this for you, it is tricky, but I will do my best because I know how important this is. I can feel it. I'm very psychic, very intuitive, and I have actually been reached out by someone who is a viewer of the channel and did ask when I would have another meditation back. So I'm doing it for you now, and I just wanted to give you a little update of where I've been because I thought I just seemed like I just dropped off the face of the earth. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm just replenishing myself and renewing and restoring so that I can be better and stronger and just better for this. So with all that said and done, this was a requested video. I'm really excited to do this. I'm just unsure about how to deliver it to the best so it has the full effect, because I think everyone's situation around having different forms and different strengths or levels, I guess, of anxiety, and not wanting to keep saying that word so it keeps the vibration alive and it keeps it going. I think sometimes you have to look where you want to be in order to go in that direction. So I did put one out a little while ago of calming your energy, but I thought, why not try a different approach and actually focus on taking control of the emotions and the thought patterns behind this so that you can be more empowered and more in control of yourself. If you feel any anxiety coming to the surface, you'll sort of have the inner strength to deal with it head on, and perhaps that will be enough to subside it, and you'll tap into your inner strength and realize that you're more powerful than you possibly give yourself credit for. And you don't need that to be part of you and your story anymore. So I thought we'll go from this angle. We'll move it in a way that is going to empower you. It is going to help you find that inner strength and that inner voice and the self-confidence to push yourself in the direction that you want to go in, which is to feel the opposite of anxiety. It's to feel strong, empowered, in control, calm and relaxed, yes, but very much in control. And I think the best way to do that is to be very in control of your emotions and in control of your thought patterns. I think that is where it stems from. It is just a physical reaction in the body, but it's based on thoughts. Thoughts turn to things. And if you're following anything to do with me that's very spiritual, you must know that by now. Whatever you think, you feel, and it has a physical reaction in the body, and it comes out in any form. Panic attacks, sweats, acne breakout. I don't know, everyone has a different reaction to it, and sometimes you just feel short of breath, or just nervous and shaky. So we all feel it differently. It can come out in anger. Everyone's different, and it's not about being it's right or wrong or anything. It's not even about making yourself feel bad for having that reaction. It's just taking control of all of the thought patterns that have led up to it, so that you are better equipped to handle it. If you somehow feel any kind of anxiety, at least you know you can change your thought patterns and you can change your outcome, your reaction. So I'm hoping that's enough to get us there. And in the coming weeks, I'll have many more videos come out I have a full list about what I want them to be about, and I want them to be focused around that self-empowerment and true connection with yourself and your higher self, because I think when you come from that place, you can conquer anything in life, and all the things that used to frighten you seem small and doable and manageable, and then you can go and live your best life because you're not afraid to actually go after what you want anymore. So with that said, I think I'll just dive into it. As always, please find a way to feel relaxed and as calm. Don't do this while you're trying to drive or lift heavy machinery, forklifts, anything. Just do it when you're at home and the day is done or the mornings are just about to begin and you're relaxed. You can actually really sit with this and let the effects wash over you in the most positive and empowering way. So find a time, a space where you can really sit down and really do this for yourself. Make the time for you. Find somewhere comfortable when you're ready to lay, sit down, whatever feels right. Make sure that you're comfortable, you're warm enough. Our body temperature does tend to drop in meditation. So if you're in the winter months, by all means, get comfortable, cozy, relaxed. And just let your breathing start to soften. Just let your breathing start to just come to a gentle pace. Just feel like your breathing is just so gentle and you're aware of it. You're just watching it like the waves, ebbing and flowing, in and out, in and out. Gentle breathing. Doesn't need to be particularly deep breaths, but make sure they're not shallow breaths either. Slow, relaxed. The slower you go, the deeper you will naturally breathe. As long as you're comfortable and it's very much in your own relaxed way, just notice how you breathe. Notice how you feel. Forget about the day, what happened even 5 minutes ago. Just still your mind and come here and now. The only thing that matters is listening to the sound of your own breathing and just following along with my voice. This time and this moment is dedicated for you. I have taken the time out of my day to create this, so you can take the time out of your day to enjoy this. So please honor yourself and do just that. Find a place within you of peace and harmony and go within. Look within the center of you and see a smaller version of yourself sitting there, small to fit within your body. It does not mean that it is any less strong, it is just the size, small to fit within yourself. See the inner you as you would see your higher self. Living and breathing goddess, or warrior that lives within you. Look within and actually see yourself there. Listening to your breathing, focused on your breathing. Look within and just notice what you notice. How does this version of you that sits within you feel to you? Do you feel as though he or she is strong and capable and wise? Does this being of you feel like a version of yourself that you wish to aspire to be, as the earthbound version of you is? Do you wish to aspire to be more like this inner being? Anytime you feel lost or unsure, confused, doubt, always remember you can go within you, be still and quiet, listen to your breathing, and let that inner voice speak to you and guide you. The answers lay within us. They do not come from outside of us. Everything that we need for this life it's already equipped within us to handle whatever it is life throws at us. And when you really look back on everything that you've gone through in your life, everything, ups and downs, all of it, you've overcome everything because you always could. So don't doubt for a second that you will never get through any future obstacles. And therefore there really is no need to be worried or stressed or anxious about anything unknown, because all of your unknowns from your past have become known and you've overcome them. And as time and experience has led you to where you are today, you're probably overcoming things faster and easier and with more confidence as time goes by. And I bet the inner being that you can see within you right now, or even just feel there, knows this and has been guiding you the whole time. Anytime you've had an inspired idea to create something new, or to try something new, or to speak to someone new, I'll bet that that inner voice has been truly the voice that has guided you. And they're not going anywhere. So they will guide you for the rest of your days. Everything you have overcome is a true testament to you that you can overcome anything in the future. And therefore there is nothing to fear. There is nothing to worry about or feel any kind of stress or any kind of uncertainty about, because you have overcome everything up until this point that required you to. And in truth, it has built you to be stronger and more capable. It has probably strengthened you in ways that if you hadn't gone through it, you wouldn't be who you are today. As difficult as everything that you've went through was, and I'm sure there have been some memories and some moments that you wouldn't wish upon anyone, and yet you experienced it, and you're still standing here. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. I'd like to try an exercise now where we can rewire our brain to think of the positive solution instead of the fear or the anxious, uncertain, worried emotion. To go straight to confidence and certainty and trust within ourselves that we can overcome whatever we're faced with before immediately jumping to a place of fear. So just watch in your brain and just imagine however you see it is however you see it. But just even feel into that space in your head where your brain sits. So inside your brain, just see where all of the nerves and all of the neuropathways all seem to move about and connect with one another, all across the whole area inside your head, around your brain. can imagine them like telephone cord lines. They might look like veins, a red line, a blue line. However you see it is however you see it. And that's not the point here anyway. Notice and feel into that energy space. Just become aware of it. And just following one of the lines in particular. An area that you feel drawn to the most. And just watch as your mind is guided along that pathway. And look very closely and notice or even hear the words. The emotion that is speaking through that pathway is one of fear. I'm afraid to try. I can't do that. I'm just not good enough. But what if? What will they think? What if I can't? What if I fail? Whatever it is, it'll speak to you. Watch it. Let your mind be guided along the thought of fear and emotion. And now in your mind, imagine yourself wrapping it in a bubble, pausing it in its tracks, and blessing that fear emotion with love. Blessing the space. You can do that for yourself. You might not think you know how to do that, or be a healer, or whatever you do. Our thoughts are more powerful than we know, and we're all able to do this. So go ahead, bless it. Watch it change shapes, watch it change colors, feelings, however you see it, watch it transform into that emotion of love. And then let it unwrap from the bubble and continue along the path of the neural pathways, the nerve receptors in the brain, whatever you want to call it. Let that emotion pass through along that channel. And it is now an emotion of love. And what does it say to you? I can, I am, and I will. I can do this. I am enough. I always tell myself, I'm not just enough, I'm too much, in the most positive way. The most positive and self-loving way, I say that to myself. I can do this. I am worthy. Yes. I'm enough. Enough for who or what, I don't know, but I'm perfection. I can do anything. I can do everything. I run circles around the competition. I can. I am, and I will. Watch it glide down the channel, following the path of the vein, the nerve endings, whatever, and runs along to the brain. And it stays there. I can, I am, and I will. Very powerful. Simple and effective. And if it's too hard, even I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it again. You're going to pick a different spot of the head. And you're going to start from the outside and work your way into the brain again. And this time you're going to tell yourself and feel into the emotion of what it tells you. And it will be very specific to you and your situation in your life. So just go with it. Don't allow yourself to feel bad about yourself or feel bad for yourself. Just notice what you notice and look at it objectively. So see the bubble, the emotion in that part of the channel, we'll call it the channel leading to the brain. The neural pathway is the channel. See the emotion start at the beginning and watch it glide. And as it glides and it nears the brain, before it gets anywhere near it, let yourself connect to what that fear is telling you. The fear is connected to the anxious emotion, so to transform it, you need to know what it is. With objectivity and love in your heart, just watch the space and just see what you notice. You're very safe and protected. You know this. So watch what you notice. It's moving along. You can sense that it's a fear emotion. What does it tell you right now? Listen close. So wrap it in a bubble of light and bless it with your own healing energy, your own touch. Tell that space, I love you, and allow that to really come from your heart when you really say those words. It's okay. I'm here with you and I love you. Yes, good. And then unwrap the bubble and infuse it with the love. Watch it transform. Watch it change. And then watch it continue back down the pathway. And as it's moving and nearing towards the brain where it's going to stay forever, because this is a new thought pattern, it's not going to change now. You've just changed it for the better. What does the new emotion feel? What does it say instead? And allow that to really come into your heart space when you hear it or when you feel it. Watch that new emotion of love, strength and positivity and radiance, joy and beauty and all of that. Watch it move to your heart space, to your brain center, and from your heart space, feel the emotion of what that little pocket inside your brain is telling you. What does the new emotion of love say to you now? Good. All good. Well done. And as you watch it glide on through to your brain where it's going to stay forever, positivity reinforced. It's going to lock into place in your positive thinkers now. I can, I am, and I will. And it stays there forever in the brain. If you feel you'd like to do this a few more times, please go right ahead, please. All you need to do is just start with some pathway that you can see leading to the brain. And imagine it's the fear that it is and the anxious thoughts and feelings and emotions teamed with it. And as it gets closer to you, you notice it, you hear what it says, bless it in love, wrap it in white light, love it, send it on its way. As it moves through, it transforms to a place of love, and feel and hear really what that new emotion is telling you. You can do this anytime. I'll bet even after you come out of this state that you could do it during the middle of the day when you're fully conscious and awake. You'll be able to actually tell yourself, no, actually I'm not going to think that. That feels like if coming from a place of fear, or place of negativity, and then you'll rewire and change it in your brain. And you can do this while you're awake. We're just doing it in this relaxed state while we've got our breathing softened and we're calm so that it has the full effect. And it's important to relax your body and relax the nerves in your body and just be calm and still. It's very important. So if you feel like you're done there, moving on to the next deep breathing that we're going to do together. If you'd like to take the time, just pause it here if you can sort of come out of the state. It's not recommended, but you can, like I said, you can always go back and listen to it later and keep doing this. But we're going to move forward into deep breathing now, just to close it off and to come back out in a few moments' time. But before we do that, I'd really like you just to stop and reflect on how big and important that was for you to do, and how proud of yourself you must feel. because I feel it of you. So there you go. So just take a moment and just realize what you've done and be proud of that. Congratulate yourself. It's actually a good thing to be proud of yourself. It's not necessarily bad or an egotistical thing, but I think it's important. It's good, it's healthy, it's love. Love encourages. We encourage our children, friends and family, pets even. We can do that for ourselves, I'm sure. So if you feel like you are with it enough to actually place your physical hand on your heart space, you can do so now. If you're so relaxed that you can't even lift your arm, which I'm very happy if that's the case, I just imagine that your hand is moved there in your mind. And just holding that space, touching your heart, and taking a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a second and say, I love you, to your heart. And exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, deeper breath, stretch the lungs, fill it with oxygen, and say, I love you, to your heart space. And really feel it. And exhale when you're ready. Exhale out the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Best way to breathe. Breathing in through the nose. I love you. I really do. Exhale out the mouth. Just breathe, just be calm and relax. It is completely okay, and you are very safe in just holding your heart center, your space, and just loving yourself. We came from love. We are only made up of love. And we only exude love until we go back to love. It's all that we have and all that we are. And you have to love every fiber of your being, the soul within, which is perfection, by the way, and the body that it's housed in. It's perfect too. And your whole life that you've built, every thought has a reaction, and your thoughts have led you here. You might not be happy with every aspect of it, but you can change that. The thoughts led you to that, and perhaps you even just outgrew the situation, the job, the house, whatever. You can decide a new thing for yourself, something better that you actually want, and trust yourself enough that you'll get yourself there. Because you will. You got yourself to where you are today, and I'm sure that even 5 years ago you couldn't have imagined that you would have manifested everything that you've received and all the fun and beautiful and loving experiences that you must have had. Look for where the good is, and if you just focus on that a little bit more than not, you'll probably find that the entire future can be transformed with just one positive thought at a time. You don't take one huge bite of the ginormous 3-tiered chocolate cake in one go. You get through it piece by piece. Maybe you use a big spoon, but you still eat it just one bite at a time. There's no way the mouth is big enough for that. And you wouldn't enjoy it if you had it all at once. You get through life and your next experience with just one foot in front of the other, one thought before the next. We wouldn't want all of our manifestations to happen at once. Everything that we want in life to happen just in one moment. We couldn't really take it in and feel what we need to feel and appreciate it in the moment. It would just be there, and then we'd be in shock, and then we wouldn't know what to think. So let everything come one thing at a time. And anytime you think that you have this fear or stressed or anxious thought, just remember that a thought's only a thought, and it can be changed. You have to be conscious enough and aware of it, which hopefully this exercise helped with, so that you can actually transform and change it. Think of the opposite. Oh, I couldn't just apply for that job, it's way out of my league. And then say instead, actually, I can apply for that job. It's very much within my wheelhouse. And I wouldn't be drawn to it if it wasn't really meant to be for me. And if I don't get that exact same thing, the universe will send something better on my way, which is probably what I really want. And if it is that, then aren't I amazing? And that's just one example, but you get the picture. One positive thought at a time. You can't rush to the end of the book and be magically transformed and healed from every trauma, from every life, and including this one, all our childhood. We can't in one moment, one day, in one breath. No. The joy is in the doing, the learning, in the experiences, in getting to do everything we can and change our thought patterns one day and one breath at a time. That's the fun, that's the joy, is that we get to transform and shape our life the way we want by the way that we choose to think and then feel. And you can create everything. And everything can be healed. But try to enjoy the experiences, even if they're a little uneasy to navigate. Try to reframe your thinking about how it's exciting to be alive. We're here in a human body. We're a human being, not a human doing. So be. Love all of it the best that you can. And you can rechange your thinking. And hopefully just breathe deeply through it. And everything will get a little easier from here on out, I'm sure. So with that, I will leave you. I look forward to the next meditation, which I'm hoping will be within the week, but I can't promise anything because life is what life is. But I'm going to do my best to really stick at this because it feels like it's needed and it's important right now. And there's a wealth of knowledge that I really would love to share with the world. So I'll leave it there for now. Thank you for being with me. I hope that you've enjoyed this. And just take your time, come out of this space when you feel ready. Feels like some place to just leave you just to rest and breathe and possibly fall asleep too now. But I'll leave you there. When you feel ready, you know how to come out of it. Breathing slowly, wiggling toes and fingers, slowly opening your eyes, being aware of the room you're in. But just take your time. Relax, enjoy, and I will see you next time. Take care of you. Thank you for being here with me. Until next time, bye-bye.